A glance to the right revealed a somber-looking gray sedan with government plates instead of Finley's truck. Ivan quickly recognized the car belonged to Cash's FBI buddy, Agent Nick Scott. Well, special agent in charge now, whatever the hell that meant. Ivan had never cared for the slick guy, but Cash trusted him. If he were honest, he suspected his mentor's feelings ran deeper than friendship, but it wasn't Ivan's place to poke his nose into Cash's business. He owed everything to Cash Sweeney, and prying felt disloyal, a trait no one would ever associate with Ivan Gallagher. He kept his gait nice and steady as he crossed the yard toward the gathered group, noting Cash wasn't among them. From his periphery, Ivan saw the driver's side door open, and he turned his head just enough to confirm the visitor was Nick Scott. But something was off about the man. Ivan continued forward, but glanced in Nick's direction again. His posture was less erect and more slouched. He didn't quite remind Ivan of a scolded dog, but there was a rounded hunch in Nick's shoulders that wasn't usually present. Was this an official visit? Cash could have invited him to the cookout, since he'd helped to bring down the auto theft ring, which had spawned Kieran's exoneration. But no, Nick's demeanor was off for a friendly visit. The Fed ducked down and looked back inside the car, diverting Ivan's attention there too. Sunlight glinted off the windshield so he couldn't see who was sitting in the passenger seat, but it felt like the person's interest centered on Ivan. Maybe his imagination was working overtime, but he'd swear he felt the weight of the person's stare. Nick's lips moved, but Ivan couldn't hear what he said until he barked out something that sounded like, "Rory!" Ivan reached the edge of the gathering under the tent and turned his full attention to the sedan. The passenger door swung open, and a man of medium height stepped out of the vehicle. He had dark hair, a trimmed beard, tan skin, and light eyes zeroed in on Ivan. So it hadn't been his imagination. The stranger, Rory perhaps, curved his lips into a sly smile as they continued to stare at one another. Ivan hadn't fabricated the man's interest before, and there was no mistaking it now.